still having to delete the chair he's sitting on so that he
You
can
are
fit onto
live.
my friend's chair.
Oh,
Well, at least you don't have to delete everything else.
I know. Thank you so much, Singing. My Googling skills have deteriorated as I got older.
Episode 45. Okay. Uh, Oh yeah, we are live. So, hello world. No
Hello.
one's on yet, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's okay. We can do the intro. Welcome to
Yes.
episode 45 of Evening Drama. It's like
Yes, we have a
7
different
more
format
weeks to
today.
1 year. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
The show will be 1 year old,
That was
and
fast.
it'll be like the longest project any of us has ever done, right?
I guess.
Yay. I guess. Why only you guess?
I,
I
I
mean, nothing comes to mind straight away, so I assume that's true.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
definitely true if it's like we're talking about continuously 1 year and not like something you come back to.
yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, for this episode, we each wrote a story based on a writing prompt.
Yeah.
yeah.
So since you were the first to submit your homework, you get to choose next week's prompt.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh man, that means that for doing homework first, I get more homework. I guess that's how homework works.
But you get to choose what you want to do.
Okay.
That way, I think I'll never get to
Um.
choose.
No, I mean next week will be your turn. I'm just saying like
Oh,
now.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
Well,
didn't
what was
think
I
I'd be
mean,
able to do it today, and then like I don't know, I had some time after work just now, so I
everyone's thoughts when they were doing it?
well, to be honest, I found it quite hard because it's been a while since I've written fiction.
mhm.
Yeah, and then
um, mhm.
had to like get into the state again. So
Yeah.
yeah, I switched keyboards, and then like I found myself like being able to write something.
What does the keyboard have to do with anything?
Nothing. I mean, it's just like different instrument, you
We
know.
find new stuff to try new hobbies. It makes us think that we can do it.
Yeah, it's like the
Oh, if I
zero.
didn't have this fountain pen, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
It's like how people buy new shoes to go to gym or something,
Um.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't need them, but yeah.
But I
So
mean,
Okay.
I think that's like quite a good point about it being quite difficult, at least at the start.
mhm.
I forgot where I read. I'm not sure it was like a Facebook page or a Reddit thread on writing, and they said like you shouldn't wait around for inspiration. You just
Yeah, you
keep
shouldn't
writing.
just force it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean like I kind of put off doing mine because I was like waiting, like lying around, just hoping like a cool idea would just pop into my head. But then like it didn't. So like I just forced myself to write. And then I don't know, along the way like made some corrections, I like some changes, and then landed at where my story is now. So yeah, I guess it's true. You just need to like push through it.
I thought yours was really good though. Like,
I don't know. It felt so. I mean, because it's like it's a I don't know how long a prompt should be, right? So
yeah, there's no.
I felt it was a bit abrupt, but then like I thought if it was longer, then it would be like really draggy, and then you need to add more details and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought it was just right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, writing prompts don't really have a length unless it's part of the prompt. Like sometimes they
Hmm.
say write a haiku.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 sentence story or whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But like
Yeah.
as long as you tell the story, I think that's as long as you need.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
like
I realized we all have like a very distinct signature styles of writing.
we do. Are we
Yeah, I
gonna
mean
roast each other's writing? That's our original plan.
that's what like writers
We're toasting. Too
do,
much
right?
toasting, not
You
enough
know,
roasting.
we have like different writing styles.
I mean, it's a neutral comment. I could read it and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is it seems like something that George or Kristen would write.
I don't know,
Uh,
when I read like you guys pieces, it felt like there was a plan and like structure. I
Oh
don't know
man,
if you guys planned it.
uh, I don't know about Kristen, but mine was like, I was writing halfway. I had a plan.
Mm.
Then
mhm,
I was like thinking like, oh man, how do you end a prompt like this, right? Or any prompt at
mhm,
all, like.
Yeah.
I was like
mhm.
thinking like, oh, how should I do this? Then halfway through, I was like, screw it, I'll just come up with something else entirely, and then yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it read like something had a plan too. Because
Yeah.
the ending was, I was to be honest, I remember when the first half I was like, oh, I know where this is going, and then
Yeah.
like the second half I was like, oh, I didn't know where it's going, and it's a delightful surprise. So I thought you had
Oh,
planned it.
okay.
I mean, I saw it like
Yeah.
coming halfway through, but I still enjoyed it because it was well written.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Um, I'll tell you my process. My process was going, ah, crap, I better not procrastinate this because it will suck more if I procrastinate this. So the moment you set up the prompt, I think the next day or something, I was like, okay, let me look at it.
You were like
Uh,
so fast.
Yeah,
I
you were down
expected I want to
fast.
like turn it in like last minute
oh,
homework.
yeah, no,
Separates
I
the
knew
A students
I was
from the C students.
Yeah.
I know.
uh,
Well, here's the thing. And then I was like, oh, like I was like, oh no, I don't think I can come up with anything good. And then I was very torn between should I look at how what people have already replied on the writing prompt or subreddit, or should I not? Will it motivate me or demotivate me?
Yeah, that
So
would have
then I
been
looked at
tempting.
it. Yeah. So and then I looked at a few replies and I was like, these are so crap. I'm sure I can write something better. And then I started.
I guess it was like motivation in a different way.
Yeah. So I was like, oh,
I can do
okay.
better.
The bar is very low. Yeah. Exactly. Um, yeah, and then like in terms of planning, I felt like I was actually making it up from paragraph to paragraph. I
Mhm.
think I made some very tiny vocabulary refinements that
Okay.
I went in back in and fixed, and there was some like continuity problems I went in and fixed. Um, but it didn't come out in one shot, which is pretty rare actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It depends on whether the spirits want you to write something good or not. Yeah.
Okay.
But I sent it to one friend actually, and she said she liked it. Of course, like no one's gonna go like your writing is crap, even if it's true. But she said she wants to know what happens next, which I think is the biggest compliment I can have.
Oh.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to add like what I would continue to write if I have the energy and tenacity to actually continue my story. So I wrote mine as if it's a introduction like chapter with like things that happen in the future.
I mean, like
But I don't know whether it makes sense to explain the story on the podcast.
that's like the point. I mean, to me, right? Like of
Mhm.
like doing multiple writing prompts is that
Mhm.
eventually you come across like a prompt or like a story that you wrote halfway that uh you feel like,
Seems
oh,
promising.
this is really good. I can like expand on
Mhm.
it further.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it'll be like it's like a nice surprise.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me explain it because I was also reading some. Have you guys heard of the King Killer Chronicle guy? Uh, Patrick Rothfuss, I
Yes,
think.
I
Sounds
recommend
familiar.
that.
King Killer Chronicle.
He's kind of like another version of George R. R. Martin. Like where there's a giant beard, it's like the sci-fi, and he wrote this like
Yeah,
super like popular book.
I recommended that book.
Yeah, Singip did.
Yeah, I feel like you did, right? Yeah.
And now he's
So
like not finishing the third book, the
exactly,
last book. Like, so annoying.
he's known for not finishing. um, yeah. So I felt like after reading that, I was like more motivated to write something longer. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be neat to write something and be so good that people get mad at you for not finishing?
Oh, oh, you read the books, the first two?
No, I didn't. So the only reason why I brought him up is because he was on playing Among Us with the guild, like Felicia Day and those people.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, that name
You
sounds
writing?
familiar. I know exactly. It was more of not writing that he was doing. So he got paying to watch him procrastinate, which is my aspiration for life. Yeah. So um so I feel like in my story I was trying to set up a world. I was like, I will build a
Yeah,
world
you did some world
where
building.
Yeah.
I did. Yes. So
No,
like
it reminds me of that book. Is it a book? Last time, like you recommended us to read some book like a really long time ago.
The sci-fi one?
which one?
Ah,
The one with the pictures, the kooky one that George recommended?
no. I want to say it's written by some guy called David. Is it David?
The Chinese guy?
David Chang? No.
He, I want to, I want to say yes. No. Like there was a
Was it?
story. Like
Did I link the
okay, I don't think it
article
was.
about him recently?
Uh, it was like some shit. What was it? But I remember like reading it, and then I read your work, and I was like, oh,
Well,
this is like Kirsten's style. Like, 'cause if she enjoyed the other one, then there's a very good chance that you probably got inspired by that, whether subconsciously or consciously.
now I want to know what book you're talking about because I
Ah,
now want to read it.
uh, where can I find it? Where would you have
Okay.
sent it?
I don't
Online?
know.
I guess it was when we were still using Line,
The
right?
three body problem? Is it that one?
What's it about?
That's
It's
the
a sci-fi story. It's a Chinese one about the idea of aliens finding us.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, yeah.
It's by Liu Chi-sin.
Yeah. That's the one where that producer got poisoned.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent a link about that.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's the highest compliment if you think anyone get a three-body problem. So actually this is more like Buffy meets Ghostbusters. That's a level I would say
I know, but I
for.
mean, like, it had those vibes, you know.
Oh, okay.
Fabian
Yeah.
said, isn't that the
Wow.
book that even Obama read? I don't know. I'm not sure what Obama
Probably,
reads.
yes.
Probably, though.
I think so. Yeah. So, in this world, I think we all went for the same thing where like the skeleton comes out, but our reaction is mostly calm. Oh no, George doesn't have one. George is the scared of skeleton plot. But then
Yeah.
Sigip and I went for like, oh, a skeleton comes out, but we're not scared plot. Um, and then like in this world, like actually in terms of mechanics, I don't know whether you're noticing it, but I was trying to write in the second person pronoun, right? Because I thought, okay, I guess I have to match the prompt or something. Like, I don't think I had to, but I
I mean,
thought I'll challenge
it's like
myself.
it's like free and easy. It's up to you.
Mm. Yeah, but then at one point the character needed to introduce him or herself. And then I thought, oh, like actually at first I had a different name, but then I was like, no, I'm gonna pander and put your name on it. So, so I put Dr. Lee as the main character. So that was one way I cheated the perspective. Um, and then like in this world, like the character it's a ghost therapist because of the pun. I don't know. I always thought that if the ghosts are hanging around, maybe they just need some therapy to move on to the next life or something.
Mm.
But if we were to continue the story, I wanted to bring in the fact that this is a world where there's different types of ways you can like get rid of ghosts. So like there is like the therapist type, but then there's also these like high priest, like a religious type, and then there was going to be like a shaman, like a naturalistic type of getting rid of ghosts. But then there's this new gang with vacuum cleaners who are like the janky Ghostbusters type, who's ruining everyone else's business. So it was gonna be like something like The Sopranos, where different factions are fighting against each other to get the most business at the same
That's not a bad
time.
idea. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, and but the thing is, like towards the end, like the giant sinkhole with the ghosts everywhere, that's just totally rip off of Sunnyvale from Buffy. That's all I
Oh,
was
right,
fighting.
right, right. Okay, fine. Now that you mention it, right. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of Buffy elements in here.
I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong. You can like start off as doing like a pseudo fan fiction. It's still writing, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's just
true,
that
and
you
a
are
lot of good writing
drawing,
is.
yeah, you're just drawing the universe from somewhere else, something that's already established.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and then I was trying to put 3 acts, supposedly, in a good story. It's supposed to have 3 disasters happen, but I could only fit like 2. Where it's just a guy finding the skeleton and like explosion at the end, which is totally a cheater disaster. It's unnecessary action. But I thought about like, maybe when he's talking like to him, like therapizing him or whatever, it needs another disaster in the middle, but it got really long. And I was like, oh man, no one wants to listen to a therapy session. So I totally skimmed that part.
That's fair enough.
But yeah.
I mean,
So I was trying to make it
Well,
like more action oriented.
but I mean, like you're talking about Sopranos, like you've seen it, I
Mhm.
assume, right?
I've only seen like the first season actually.
Oh, I mean, that's good enough. So you know when he goes in for his therapy sessions, like those are always quite
Mhm.
entertaining because they're like little flashbacks of what he's talking about, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like if you did it that way, I guess
Mhm.
it'd be quite nice.
That's true. It could be like a flashback, and that scene can be action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good feedback. Yeah. Oh, but my issue was I didn't want a skeleton to be a main character, so I didn't want to give him too much backstory.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and then like I'm looking at, is this George's story?
Mine's the google.com.
Yes, yes. I thought that you put a lot of yourself in there.
I know, that's why I was saying like we all have our own style. Like George always seems to like you can always tell it's him, like you know, this is him.
Yeah, because I think you like to
All
use
his stories are
dialogue to
like
drive
him
a
inside,
story.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the dialogue is very clear, and then the message is also a very George story. So here you have kids, that's why you don't have kids. so, so that cracked me up.
But he has kids in
Um,
the end.
oh, true, true. But it's a kind of like a warning story of like this is what happens
That's how
when
you
you have
lost your elder
kids.
brother.
Yeah, yeah. It also reminded me of How I Met Your Mother, but a twisted version.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the last bit was like in my head would be the narrator and kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good like R.L. Stein style, like
Yeah,
scary
I know. Like
children's story.
when I visualized this story, like I could picture the Goosebumps covers. I don't know why.
Exactly.
Same with Sing Ip's one when I read it.
Hmm.
But yours would be like a Sabrina the Teenage Witch kind of comic.
Yeah, it totally would.
Yeah.
Oh. Man, Ghosts. I remember I really loved the covers, and there was another one that, which was is it also R.L. Stein where it's like it's got a cover, but then like part of it's obscured, and you look behind, and it's something even more scary or something.
Mm,
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Well, I mean, I know R.L. Stein like wrote like the
Fear
more
Street?
adult version, and then there's Goosebumps, which is like for younger audience.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh gosh, I only read the Goosebumps version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there was another one that was like morphing, right? Like you
Animorphs.
turn
Animorphs.
anymore, is it?
Animals, yeah. Kids
And they
turning
also had
into
cool
animals.
covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Animorphs was a shit. So
I
nice
think
to
they're
read.
doing like a TV series or
They
movie?
did make a TV series.
No, I mean like they're doing like a new
A
one. I
new one?
think.
Let's see.
In-
Animorphs TV show.
I mean, like, I remember the covers being really cheesy because CG was really bad last time.
Mm, the TV series was 98 to 2000. Live action film is shaping up. Entertainmentweekly.com.
That's probably the one.
90s kids, blah 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 blah. Scholastic, through its Scholastic Graphics division, is planning to launch a graphic novel adaptation. Oh. Okay, they announced the movie June 19, 2020. So don't think it'll be anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, nostalgia sells, so
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get to it.
All right.
Well, I mean, so I'm selecting the next writing prompt, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is that
Yeah.
the rule?
Yeah.
Select writing prompt. Okay. I think choosing a writing prompt is hard. But I guess I just go to r/writing prompts and choose one.
Yeah.
Just do some.
Oh yeah, are you guys gonna post your story to the writing prompt subreddit then?
I don't know. I mean,
We can.
by the time we are done, it's like quite late already, right?
Oh, we already also like.
It's already 8 days old or something. I checked.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't the author of the writing prompt be like, "Oh wow, someone took the writing prompt and took it
Yeah.
somewhere"? Is that not the
I mean, you can.
satisfaction?
Yeah, you can. I'm
You
just
can,
saying that.
yeah.
I'm
You
not
Oh.
sure.
probably won't get feedback from the rest
Yeah.
of the community.
I mean, I guess it depends why you want to post it. You want other people to see, or you just want the author to be like, "Oh, someone responded to it."
I normally do that anyway. Like even if I write old ones.
Mm.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, well, back when I used to do
What's your
writing
Reddit username?
prompts. George the Human.
oh,
Yeah. Because I signed up like Good News George last time, and then I think I forgot the password.
oh, I
And,
see,
like,
I see.
Last time Reddit, you didn't need an email address to sign up.
All right.
Yeah, it was a
Mhm.
long time ago. So I just signed up a new one, like George the Human, and then I kept it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I might make a new throwaway just to post. Not that I have anything bad, but with my Reddit account. It's just really dorky.
Throwaway writer.
Kristen, throw away.
Yeah.
Like the worst throwaway username ever.
Sing it. Are you going to expand your story?
I don't know. I mean, right now, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, and you made a whole
You
WordPress
can
for
post it onto
it.
your website. It can be it's like a free blog post already.
Oh. I suppose I can, but I don't expect anyone to run into it. Are you?
And then when Josh uploads the video to YouTube, you can put the links there when you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I can link it on the episode description.
oh. I'm not ready with my website yet.
Okay.
I haven't changed my hosting.
I mean, I can just.
I'll
link
post it on
this
the writing
Google
prompt.
Doc.
I'll post it on the writing prompt.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can just all post it there, and then I'll just link the writing prompt, and then easier for everyone to read.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone can see the other ones that I'm not as good. I'm not saying who is not as good, but when I viewed it like a week ago, it was not very good.
The other posts, I just I just saw the title and I was like, oh,
I can 1000% guarantee that what you guys wrote is way better than what was on there.
I went there just to look for you guys like replies, but you didn't post there, so I didn't post there either.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but this this topic actually got upvoted like 219 times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
quite
lot.
decent. This is actually
I
quite
mean, a
decent.
lot of people upvote, but they don't write.
I know, but like when I was searching for it, it got like quite low.
Oh.
So I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Guess people change their mind. Well, who's this Dragon Eye Ninja user person anyway? Now I'm curious.
What? Dragon Eye Ninja?
That's the writer of the prompt.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, because Singham's really good. He actually cited it
Yeah.
because he's a professional writer.
Thanks for checking our stories, Fabian. He said he read our stories and he liked our ideas.
Wait, how do you read?
Oh, yeah.
That I mean I linked the Google Docs and your blog on the
Oh, right, right,
in the
right.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you for reading it. That's I don't know. This day and age, like the fact that anyone reads anything that's written by a person is amazing.
What? We all read
Because
stuff.
now there's so much like, yeah, but now there's so much like stuff crap online that's distracting, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it's surprising to read anything at all.
Fabian's still a reader, I think. Right, Fabian? You
Oh.
still read books? Uh, I'm still reading Murakami.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
which one now?
I'm on Wild Sheep Chase.
Oh yeah, I read that one.
Yeah. Did you know
The
it was
problem with
a
Murakami
trilogy?
books is that they all kind of blend together though.
You think so?
Like here's what I think of Murakami plot.
Uh,
Random Murakami plot generator. There is a man with no discernible personality.
yeah. And he has
Who
sex with
is
everyone.
yes. And then like, you know, he's doing his routine thing. This jazz music playing in the background. Japanese jazz. And then one day a mysterious event happens
Mm-hmm.
where there's either like another dimension but set in a very mundane way, or he runs into a beautiful woman with some weird defect on her face. Like, it's a beautiful woman, but she's missing an ear. And then he gets very curious and tries to find the woman, but she disappears. And then so in doing so, he goes into a weird parallel world where he exists but doesn't exist at the same time. And then he goes through these adventures. Oh, there's a cat somewhere in the story as well. There's a cat.
Really?
And because he likes cats.
I haven't
And
read
then
any cats in the stories I've read, I think.
oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that. I
No,
swear that
I
his
think there's one.
it,
Yeah. One cat, yeah. That's it.
maybe I missed. There's one where the cat is a bigger part of the plot.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, and then at the end he returns. But nothing much has really changed.
Yeah.
In the end.
It's like a slice of life, kind of.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I used to read it and think that, wow, this is so different and so deep. And now that I'm older, I'm like, these stories are kind of misogynistic. If you think about it.
Do you think it's cause like it was written in a different time?
It
yeah,
was
for
written in
sure,
different
for
time.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, same like all
Yeah.
these TV shows and old movies, and you watch it
hmm
last night, and then like everything just seemed like, oh yeah, it's fine. Then you watch it now, you're like, oh, that would not have flown in today's standards.
You mean like Friends? Or-
Friends. I don't know. Was Friends very problematic? I mean, apart from having like an all-white cast and pretty
There was
much
some
like,
like random comments, like usually to do with like sex or something that are like a little bit like you wouldn't say that these days. Maybe I need to look up problematic jokes in France. I'm sure there's like a million articles.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a million
There you go.
articles right now.
Screen Rant: 10 jokes that have already aged poorly. Oh, Chandler and Joey being grossed up by breast milk. All the fat jokes about Monica. The many times Chandler and Joey harass women. Yes, in the retrospect, Joey's kind of creepy, no?
how's he harassing them?
Probably like
Because
picking up women,
him, it's
right?
like he's picking out women, but he's not like
In
doing it
today's world, it's
against their
probably
will, right?
harassment.
I mean, he's
I
not
think
like
there
telling them or anything. So
are supposedly episodes where both Chandler and Joey pretend to be other people to get women to sleep with them.
oh, okay.
I mean, that's like How I Met Your Mother as well, right? Like
Yeah.
almost
Oh,
every
and also
episode.
they kind of like hit on Rachel and Monica all the time. I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe with Phoebe, I think Phoebe likes it, so it's fine. But then the other two sometimes don't like it. Then of course that was before they all slept with each other, whatever.
All right, thanks for
They
tuning in,
made fun
Fabian.
of.
Have fun at work.
Oh, yeah,
He says back to you.
enjoy.
Oh, he said most
Okay.
Japanese fantasies act as escapes for the completely mundane man who doesn't really have a redeeming feature.
Oh, that is sharp. That's sharp commentary.
Oh well.
No, but I feel like it's not like even I think like that's true, but on a broader level, a lot of popular fiction are popular with character that anyone can immerse themselves into, right? Like kind of like Twilight, the Bella girl has no discernible features too, so any girl can imagine she's Bella.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it's just a popular device to allow people to imagine themselves in the situation.
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
You're like,
Because
wait
I
a
read
minute.
Murakami and like, oh, I can relate to like some of this.
Yeah.
Not
But he
the part
describes
about
okay.
having sex with every girl, but
Wow.
having like
But
a mundane
I mean,
life.
I diss him so much, but actually, I really like, I used to really like his writing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, if he writes stuff that's a little bit less, like, misogynistic, I'll be able to, like, swallow it a little better. But I think, like, he describes the ennui of life very well. It's like, this dull tone of how mundane life can get sometimes, and this,
Yeah.
like, depressive feeling.
Like even stuff
Like, I
like
don't know how he does it.
talking about traffic and train stations
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. He does it so
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So his craft of writing is really good. Um, and I really recommend his book. What I talk about when I talk about running is his memoir.
Okay.
I would say that is my favorite book out of all his books because he talks about his craft of writing and how he keeps doing it. And then same with running because he's a big marathon runner
Oh.
and like how he's able to persist,
Okay.
like even though, running is bitch, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So I feel like that book shows off how good he is at writing much better to me. And of course, I prefer nonfiction most of the time. I like reading people's memoirs. So you
Okay.
guys should write your own memoirs, and then I'll read it.
Maybe when I'm famous.
But I don't know. There's this trend now of like documenting the everyday man. Kind of like that
It's called blogging.
oh, well yeah, but that Swedish guy um
PewDiePie.
no no. He's the guy who wrote this book that's essentially a memoir of himself as well, and then like got like critical acclaim.
No idea.
Swedish guy who wrote memoir. Seriously, I cannot remember. A Man Called Ove? Is it? Yeah. No, it's a Carl Ove Nalsgaard.
That's a very Swedish name.
Yeah. Um, let's see. He wrote like uh, 6 autobiographical books, and the title
Wow.
is called My Struggle,
Okay.
which is a bit of a pun or like a homage to Hitler. Yeah, and it's like super popular. People loved it. I don't know why people still like it, or whether he's got already gotten Me Too somehow. I won't be surprised, but but I remember I read the first one and I was like, wow, it's really well written. And like, of course, I can't relate to his experiences at all.
Yeah.
But he's able to describe the most mundane, like first world problems in the most like visceral way.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. I mean, it has some stuff about his relationship with his dad and stuff like that, but it's only like at the very end. He's out of the first one. He starts to weave that in. But I remember reading that and thinking like, oh, like if you can write an autobiographical thing, even if your life is kind of boring,
Yeah.
and like
You can.
make it
You can
sound
write
really
about
interesting.
anything. It's just how you write about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, this got me interested. Now I'm like wondering why I didn't pick up the. Oh, I think I did pick up the next book because it wasn't even out yet when I read it. So now I might
Now
fall
you have
into that
6
hole.
books to catch up on.
I know, right? And the King Killer Chronicle. Which actually my some of my friends who read it said, wait till the last book comes out. Don't start. Or you're
I
gonna
mean,
be stranded.
I read the first two, and then I kind of forgot what happened already. So you can read it anyway. You can just read it to enjoy the story up to where it is, and also you
Mm-hmm.
can just read it to appreciate his writing. It's like really good. Like his
Mm-hmm.
prose is really good. Like the way his words flow and everything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not awkward at all.
Okay. But would it is it a cliffhanger ending?
Um, from what I recall, not really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll put that on my to read list. Getting so long.
Okay, well, it's half an hour, so time for a
Mhm.
sponsor plug.
All right. Yes, it is time for more New Wave coffee. Actually, so I totally ordered my friend's shirt.
Okay.
Since he's now selling tie-dye shirts with his logo on it.
Yeah.
And
The
I
hoodie.
asked him for the hoodie.
Huh.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh man, like a lot of people have been asking, but we only made one." And then I said that the issue is that he wanted to start cult following, and he succeeded, and now we all want uniforms. So he said he's gonna try and figure it out, but he says the danger is that now he's becoming a clothing company, not a coffee company.
I guess you can only like just sell two kinds of clothes. That's it, and like
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Or
the
maybe you just
tie-dye
release like
aesthetic just
new
works so much
designs
better on.
once a year. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that look really works for a hoodie.
Mhm.
So, but yes, it is a coffee for creativity, for anxiety-free creative focus. And it has L-theanine and raw cacao that can mitigate brain fog that coffee can give you and promote alpha brain waves. So that's what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah.
I
Any
don't
of
know. Am
you?
I zen? I mean, I'm pretty zen for someone who's up at like 5 a.m., I guess.
Yeah, you're up real early.
Yeah.
So don't forget to use the code
Hmm.
newwave.co/evening drama for 10% off
Hmm.
your order. And yeah,
Yes.
thanks to Flow State Coffee, well, New Wave's Flow State Coffee for sponsoring this podcast.
And you get
Uh,
free shipping with 2 or more bags as well.
yep,
Check it out. And they have a new website, which looks really nice. So if you just want to look at a new, nice, clean design website, you can also check it out.
it looks the same to me. No, oh, the
He changed
image
it
is a
a
bit
week ago.
different. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Back to our regular
Cool.
programming.
Yes. Speaking of regular programming, I still haven't finished uploading everything to our podcast streams yet. So that will come.
That's okay. Can I help with the later episodes? How would that work? Or do you have to do it in
Oh yeah,
admin?
if you have time. I can just give you my login and you can do it.
Is it the same login as your bank?
No, I use a password manager. It's a completely unique password.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think like one thing for next week though, for the writing prompt, I'm thinking of how can I write faster? Because it took me like an hour or two, I think, to write the writing prompt.
That's already
But
real
then,
fast.
yes, I suppose so. But I went back and kept fixing little things though. So I think
Okay.
cumulatively it was still like
I
several
didn't even like
hours.
go through
Yeah.
to fix
I
mine.
don't even think I like just wrote and then I was like, oh, done.
Yeah. Uh,
And I fixed little things. I'm not sure if anyone even
that's
notices.
why you're an A
Like,
student. And
Yeah. Like you leave time to fix
but
your
but
mistakes.
but here's the thing though, the only reason why I fix things is because like I think some of you were really into like lexicon before and like expanding our vernacular. So
Okay.
then I thought, oh, like as example, instead of like the skeleton's bones, I was like, let me look up what is this bone's name? What's this other bone's name? So that those are the
An
things I
episode of
changed.
Friends,
Huh?
where Joey like learns about the thesaurus,
Yeah, exactly.
and then like he changes every word to like something more complex.
Yeah, I think he got the V one. So he was telling people the Mount Vesuvius explosions.
That's a different episode.
Are you sure?
No,
It's the
it's
one
an
with
episode where
Penn.
like no, that was the one. Shit, I'm such a Friends buff. The one where he got the thesaurus was when he was writing like a letter of recommendation
Oh no, you're
for
right. I was
Chandler
thinking
and
about
Monica's adoption.
encyclopedia. Right, right. And then he
Yeah,
signed it off as like
a baby kangaroo.
that was the best line. Yeah.
I mean, I
Oh
watched
man.
way too much Friends.
What up, Brian?
You're right.
Thanks for
I
tuning in.
I mistook the encyclopedia episode for the thesaurus episode.
I haven't even seen a single season of Friends.
What?
Yeah,
No, that's impossible.
I've watched like 4 episodes.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I think I've seen each episode like 10 times. Like
For sure.
I had the collection. Uh, so, but then did you watch How I Met Your Mother or something? Like,
Yeah, I finished that like
oh,
last year or a year or two ago. Actually,
okay.
I had
Okay.
watched like all the way until the final season, and then like I stopped.
Well, what a generation gap between us.
And then like I think it was last year that I decided to finish it, and then I just put on the final season, and yeah.
Hmm.
But
So that's another problematic show because in retrospect, isn't like Ted kind of like an asshole?
is he?
You mean like you read all these like BuzzFeed articles that like what's like some of them are like titled like characters that we fell in love with but later turn out to be assholes or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, Ted's actually quite a jerk if you think about it and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, which
Exactly.
makes
And
sense.
Lily is
every
really
girl, right?
manipulative.
I mean, like when you think about it, like some of his choices and actions, like quite
Hmm.
assholey.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think Barney is actually the ends up being the good guy out of everyone.
Is he?
I guess because Barney is like he is who he says he is, right? Like
Yeah,
he doesn't
exactly. He's
pretend. So
honest.
like it's like yeah, he's honest. So you can't fault him for being honest, you know. Whereas like Ted
Hmm.
tries to be like the good guy, but he's actually quite an asshole.
Yeah. But I like the device that they use that I don't think was very used very often in television until now, which is the unreliable narrator gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they re-show the same scene of like what actually happened.
Usually it's
Oh,
not used in like usually it's used in like mysteries or
Yeah,
thrillers. Yeah.
right, but not in comedy. So
Yeah.
but like the one where they're smoking weed, but they're eating a sandwich, and they have these like giant hoagies. Uh, like yeah, so or I think there was one where for like, in a weird scheme, like Barney wanted Ted to pretend to be deaf so he can hit on a girl who signs or something.
Yeah.
oh,
And then, like in Barney's version, the girl Ted helped him out and gave him his number. But in the real version, Ted said, "No, this guy's lying to you. He's an asshole. Just give him a fake number." Yeah. So I really like that aspect. And of course, like I love Robin. Like to no one's surprise. Like I like the whole Robin Sparkles like theme or like the storyline. I think that's probably my favorite part of the whole series.
Yeah. Is she really Canadian?
Oh, the actress?
Actress? Yeah.
I think so, right?
I'm not sure.
What's her name? Oh my god.
I don't even know her name.
I know, I feel
Robin.
bad. How I'm
She was in Avengers.
Kobe Smolder, right?
She was?
Yeah.
Kobe Smulders, yeah.
Oh, right.
She is a Canadian American actress.
What does that mean?
Oh. She's
Maybe
married to Taron
on
Killam?
Oh, she was
What?
born in Canada, but her
yeah.
citizenship is Canada, USA. Okay.
Hmm.
I have no idea who
I didn't
Taron
realize
Killam
that
is.
he's on SNL.
Okay. Oh, he was in How I Met Your Mother as well. and brought
But
her
I
up.
don't. I don't. This is like not a big part. I don't think.
Yeah, probably one of the side characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like the ending of How I Met Your Mother? I guess spoiler alert if you haven't seen How I Met Your Mother right now, but I think it's been out long enough. Do you like
uh,
how they handled that ending? Because that was the whole tension, right? Was you didn't know how they were gonna end it,
hmm
and then they had to wrap it up. Like,
Yeah.
was it satisfying to you?
I mean, I think it's okay. Like the show was on its last legs. Like it had to end. So
Do you think that they always knew how it was gonna end? Like, was that the goal all along, or
I think they
do you
didn't
think
know,
like
right?
halfway through they're like, oh, actually this might make a better ending.
I
It's
think
the okay. My memory of the ending is that turns out the mother's dead, and then like Ted
yeah.
goes after Robin after all, or
hmm
Yeah,
something like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
uh, so it's a whole long reminiscing thing before he runs after her
Yeah.
that the kids were forced to sit through.
hmm
Yeah, like it was so long they had to change clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's probably a recollection of tales like over the years.
I
So
guess.
It's not one single session.
what was the ending of Robin though? Why was she single again?
Why? I mean, she broke up with Barney, right?
Yeah.
But then like I'm not sure why she chose to remain single.
Oh, because she broke up with Barney quite a while ago, right? In that timeline, before
Yeah.
like these are like old people by the time they run after each other, right?
Brian says the ending was poop.
Oh, but what would have been a better ending?
Yeah.
Like if you were to rewrite it.
Well, I don't know. They could have probably ended it earlier, but
I
then
mean, what if the ending was like Robin was the mother? Like, would that be satisfying?
No, but he always referred to as Aunt Robin.
yeah. So it was like
So
a
like
red
it'll
herring.
be yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a complicated like marriage scheme where she could be the aunt and the mother at the same time. Uh, well,
mm.
I like Allison Hannigan, though I feel like I like watching her on the Penn and Teller show a
Oh.
little bit more, even
She
though she
like does
just makes really
nothing.
corny jokes. I know.
She'll always be Willow to me.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if she has any other jobs.
Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Is this still going on? I mean like pre-COVID. Was this still going on? That fool me.
Oh, I hope so. I don't think they can film right now.
Let's see.
Full us.
Fool us.
Yeah, fool us. Fool me too.
Oh, it's 91 episodes and 93 episodes already.
The mid-season premiere will be on the 8th of January. So it's still going on.
Is there new episodes? Oh,
Oh, it says
Yeah, there
TBA.
is.
wow.
Oh, first ad, yeah, 8 January. So they probably
Yeah.
filmed it all pre-COVID, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
like how much
I don't see
do they
any.
have though?
Is anyone uploading these? I don't know what to watch.
They're on the CW.
Uh, who has a subscription to that?
I don't know. You?
No.
Do you have
Well,
cable in your
anyway, sing it.
house?
Find it
And
for me. No.
I'm pretty sure you can find it online somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a TV. But here's my latest purchase, which I don't know whether I'm like ashamed of or happy of. Wow.
Oh, your VR set.
Oh,
Well, this
what's
way.
that? The Oculus? Is it?
Yes, I got two Oculus 2s.
Have you tried it yet?
Oculus Quest 2s. Yeah, I tried it. It gave me a headache.
Oh dear. Even the porn?
No, it was a roller coaster.
Oh, how did
No,
it feel?
I
Like,
think
was it realistic?
no, the
Enjoyable?
graphics are not as Well, the issue is that like you kind of have to like have it in a perfect angle
Mm-hmm.
before the image is clear, and I don't have it quite tweaked quite well right. So sometimes the image will go out of focus. I
Yeah.
think that's what's gave me a headache. It's just like trying to stare for too long. So of course, there's a bunch of accessories you can buy to make this like a little bit more balanced and like fits your head better. And there's a whole of consumerism to support your VR experience. I need to figure that out. Yeah, I tried a few things. I tried like watching some 360 videos and play some games or whatever.
The novelty wear
It's
off really.
okay. Huh?
Does the novelty wear off really fast? After a
If you
while,
do
you're
it alone, yeah. And also you have to be willing to spend. Because once you get in, all you want to do is all in the app store and you got to buy apps and games and whatnot.
Do VR chat.
So yeah, I suppose I could try VR chat.
Yeah.
we should all get
But
one if we can like hang out virtually.
exactly. So I'm trying to get all my friends to do it. I have a few friends who have VR and are trying to, get me more set up and stuff. And they want to play scary games like Phasmophobia and whatnot.
Oh right. Yeah. I've
feel
seen
like
Yeah.
Concha and Andre were looking for VR headsets the other day,
Oh.
and then they
Mhm.
found some reseller on Shopee, I think, selling the HTC Vive. Is it the Vive? Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Might
it's
be
selling
fake.
for like I don't know if fake or not lah, but then it was selling for like 6K ringgit. That's like crazy.
Oh right. No, I was talking the one of them linked the cheap one. It's like
Oh,
2K.
so they were like looking for like the yeah
Yeah.
Valve
Yeah.
Index VR. Yeah, so it's like selling for 6.3K.
Mhm. Yeah. And like
Everything.
the downside is that like now this like it required me to have a Facebook account.
Yeah.
So and then like it also has to pair with your phone. So it's like super invasive in terms of your privacy.
Oh, it runs off your phone?
No, it makes you pair it with the phone.
For what?
It doesn't exactly for what. So you can also browse the app store on your phone.
And yeah, in the VR world, you won't see it steal your data.
Yeah. So it's pretty terrible in that sense. And the thing is, like, I actually put in I made a new account because although I have a fake Facebook account, like, I didn't want my purchases to go away because they say I'm violating TOS or something.
Yeah. No, but I read on
Yeah,
Reddit, people
so
were complaining and said they got banned for using like throwaway Facebook accounts.
yeah,
Yeah. Which is kind of common.
exactly. So I know. So that's why I actually have to make a real account.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to get
So
the Oculus 2,
you
we
don't have to
can.
populate the account. You can just create it and
Yeah.
leave it. Yeah.
Hmm. That's
Uh,
my plan. Don't add me.
I don't even have you on Facebook.
Yes, because I just made the account yesterday.
Oculus, are you watching? I mean, Facebook.
You're gonna get ads for VR.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the ads are pretty intrusive too, because when I was watching YouTube, but I didn't log into my premium. It was like
Hmm.
pretty much ads in your face before you get the 360
Oh,
experience.
that must be annoying.
So I can see how it's very lucrative
Hmm.
for them. But yeah, I mean, I want to have more time to play with it. I think I need to like get into some social or group games or something. I think that's where it'll be more fun.
Yeah. Play
Yeah,
Beat
there's Among
Saber.
Us VR. I guess I'm not good at rhythm
Oh. Well, you
rhythm
can be good at
games.
rhythm eventually.
I guess I don't know what that translates though. Maybe
Yeah.
Singer will be good at it because he plays the drums.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't very good.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm jury's still out as to whether
Can
it's
you
really
like
that fun.
use regular programs in it? Like
Yes,
Microsoft
so
Word or Excel, whatever.
yeah, there's a virtual desktop thing that
Okay,
you
so you're
can
just
link
doing your
up.
work in VR. No
Yeah, that was my
distractions.
original dream. But the thing is, it doesn't because it still looks kind of low resolution.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not perfect. So,
Uh,
so I feel like it's still a little bit like it's not like oh wow you're immersed in the VR world. It still feels like it's like slightly better than Google Cardboard, but not by that much.
I don't know. I see all the demos and stuff. It looks quite Minecraftish in terms of graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend said that they're gonna send a software update that will improve it, but I don't know how much or when that's gonna come out.
I mean, you can't really do much because the display itself is not that high res anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like no point seeing 4K if your display is like 720p.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even with my like I'm using this like monitor my friend gave me, sometimes I'm still like, I wish it was Retina. Because I'm so used to my laptop Retina. So I feel like I'm very sensitive to like pixel sizes.
Oh,
What monitor did your friend give you?
Adele.
Like, I
Actually, I don't
mean,
know.
resolution? Just regular HD?
Yeah, regular.
Okay. Maybe it's too
I
close
mean,
to you.
and I can see the pixels too well.
Yeah. Like, should be at least an arm's length away.
Yeah, it's an
Oh, okay.
arm's length. Yeah, it's a Dell U2312HM.
it's 23, 24 inch.
Is that how you can tell?
Yeah.
Usually the first two digits, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a ultra sharp with LED. Hmm. I guess is it even considered HD? I'm not sure.
I mean, the bare minimum should be HD or like full
Yeah,
HD.
these days. I mean, if
Yeah.
it's a modern monitor.
Yeah, it has full HD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60 hertz.
Oh, I mean,
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
1080p is
sounds
okay.
like a very standard monitor. It's fine.
Yeah.
But its
The
selling point is that it's very recyclable. So I don't know.
recyclable. I guess for people who want to go green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in my mind I expect like retina display in my VR, which is apparently unrealistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have.
But yeah, you guys should try one out.
Yeah, when VR becomes more affordable here.
Yeah.
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 Uh, I think the issue is that once anything gets to Malaysia, there's so many taxes and whatnot that it becomes really jacked up in price, right?
Not always. I mean, now the prices I mentioned was just because I think there's no official reseller here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people who sell that are on Shopee are either selling it from overseas like Hong Kong or Korea, or
Mhm.
like some local sellers like manage to bring in a few units and then they're just marking up the price like crazy.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Um yeah, mine is 399 for the 256 GB model.
Okay.
Oh, it's all stored on the headset itself.
The what?
You said 256 GB.
Yeah, it's on the headset. Everything is included in the headset, so you don't need a computer.
Oh, right,
It's a
right.
standalone thing.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's another reason why like I can't expect like super good resolution or super good processing power because
No
it's all
wonder.
on your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the controllers?
There are two things that you hold. Um, in fact, I guess they run on batteries.
Okay.
Yeah, so they come
How
with the
long does the
controllers.
headset last before you need to charge it?
About 2 hours before it died.
Oh dear. Can you like leave
Yeah.
it plugged in while using?
Not sure, but they sell a separate battery pack. Yeah, that's why they start to upsell you on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see how if you have a battery thing, maybe like it counterbalances it so it doesn't keep drooping. Because that was the issue, was that it keeps drooping when you're using it.
Can you attach like something behind it?
Yeah. Like a weight.
Yeah, wait. Put your dumbbell behind.
Yeah.
Like that Joe Rogan dumbbell.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well,
Okay. Well,
we're almost at an
good
hour.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to go to the dentist today.
Oh,
All
you
right.
too?
Not looking forward to that. Huh?
My dad said he's going for his dental appointment too.
Oh, no way. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that no one ever warned me that's that when you get old, it's not about your skin or like hair, it's about your gums receding.
Gums receding.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like some of my gums starting to like go up and that's causing pain because now too much of my tooth is exposed. And it was what happens when you get older that no one ever warned you about.
Huh. No, I've never heard of that. This is the first time.
Yeah.
Does it happen to everyone or just
I think genetically I'm just more prone to it because my mom has something similar.
Okay.
But also because I grind my teeth in my sleep, that also makes it more likely to happen.
Is there a way to like prevent it?
No, it's unpreventable, and the only way you can fix it was with surgery.
Oh, right.
Surgery? Like what do you do?
So,
Attach more skin?
so there's two ways. Yeah, exactly. One way is they transplant your gums from somewhere else to there,
Where else do you
or
have like gum-like
they
material?
cut it out of your palate.
Oh,
They cut your mouth.
wow.
So I mean, I'm probably not opting for that because that's just too scary. Another way is they
Sounds
put little
painful.
holes in your gums.
Okay.
Yeah, and they pull it down from the inside, which is as horrifying as it
Oh,
sounds
God.
as well. Or the temporary way is to just put some filling in the gap and like hope for the best, which doesn't hold.
Huh. Wow. So humans
Yeah,
weren't meant to live so long.
right.
Yeah.
And so like, regular flossing and with good technique and all that kind of stuff is supposed to prevent it. So
How though?
everyone should do that.
No, I think that's just bullshit dentists tell you.
I thought there was like a study that
Possibly.
I thought there was a study on whether flossing is useful or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot what the
Is
conclusion was, but I
flossing
remember there was.
Yeah, that's the most
useful?
important thing.
I remember it was a thing.
Dentists said flossing can help remove plaque, food build up between the teeth, reduce risk of gingivitis, gum disease, and reduce risk of tooth decay. Cleaning
Mm-hmm.
between teeth removes plaque, blah 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 blah. What does the evidence say?
Mm-hmm.
Studies backing up the ADA's claims are outdated and only surveyed a small number of people, according to AP. Evaluations of the other studies conducted in the past 10 years found evidence for flossing was unreliable, very low quality. There was even a moderate to large potential for bias. One review
Mm-hmm.
conducted last year said majority of available studies fail to demonstrate that flossing is generally effective in plaque removal. So difficulty is trying to get good evidence. People are different and large studies are costly to do. Until then, you can't really say yes or no. More sophisticated trials are needed.
Mm-hmm.
So it started by
At
dentists.
the same time, like it's not a bad thing to floss either, right? Like at the very worst, it does nothing for you.
Well, the thing is like if you have bad technique like I did, where you're like you're pushing down too hard, that can also make your gums really recede.
Oh, okay, fine. So there is a
Yeah.
there is a
Yeah,
bad
you're gonna do it, but you're
flossing
gonna
if
do
you
it
don't do
like
it
in a
properly.
non-damaging
Right.
way. Yeah.
It's better just not
All
to
right.
floss.
I've
don't
been
know.
doing it right.
Oh, you floss?
No, I've not flossed.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just brush regularly.
I do use like baking soda to remove cigarette stains, but that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm going in for a cleaning as well.
All right.
All right.
Update us.
All right.
Look at your topic.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we'll do.
Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thank you guys for another
Bye.
episode. See you guys next week. Ciao.